everything, and these three they're not hanging about.
Little group of Swiss ladies watching there. You saw Caroline Menu in the middle, Alain's daughter there as well, and the wife of the boss of Chevrolet Racing as well, Eric Nev's wife, all watching very closely at what's going on with this trio. Car 7, it says, cut the chicane. That's Freddie Bart. We saw that. No penalty has been nominated for that. Probably shouldn't be, because he did actually get the shunt from behind that pushed him deeper into the braking area than he had expected to go. Yukinori Taniguchi now behind Pepe Oriola. This is the battle for 15th. As again, the Chevrolets close right up, and Tarquini's in the pit lane. Well, he got as high as 7th, slipped to 10th, and now he has come into the pits. 16th as he crosses the line, and he's parking it. So lots of work to do. There's a decent amount of time between the two races, but he's got a fairly major issue with that car. He looked okay after morning warm-up, Matt, but clearly not in the race.
Yeah, he wasn't happy yesterday, and he's obviously something's carried over to today. But Muller's the man on the mission at the moment. He's just banged in the fastest lap of the race, obviously, and he's pulled up behind Menu. And so that's going to get really busy again in a minute.
He's closing it up, and of course he is benefiting from the tow from Huff and Menu, so his car being aided through a nice soft turbulent air rather than hard laminar air. He's trying to drive through using all the runoff area there in the Lesmos. Freddie Bart bouncing it over the curbs. Those curbs that Ravazza are very hard. And Paulson on the inside bounces over the curb on the inside of Lesmo too. Here comes, beg your pardon, not Nukia, it's Paulson now coming up beside Nukia. No, it's not. It's Engsler coming up beside Nukia in the other Liquid Moly car, and he's got the run on him, and he'll tuck in front into the braking area. Nukia has to give that one away, and so that's 11th place lost as Franz Engsler moves up. Huff, Menu, Muller still 1, 2, 3, all fanning out as Menu looks to do the Muller move around the outside. Now that's what cost Ivar Muller second place, isn't it? So is that going to pay off for Muller as Menu drifts out wide? Tarquini still in the pit lane. No work going on the car at the front at the moment, so I wonder if that's pretty terminal.
Menu's in a difficult position here because he needs to fight, but Huffy's only got to be sort of half defensive, and the Menu's got to be looking backwards to Muller, because if he goes out wide to try and take the... There we go.
Can't touch, can't touch, can't touch. You saw how much more speed Alain Menu had there as he just pulled out and came alongside Rob Huff, and Huff really in extremis under braking. Unlike at Zolder when he was trying to make the pass on Tarquini, the cars squirreled around, and it was really bad news contact that put Huff out. This time squirreling around under braking, the contact just the tiniest of rubs, and this is the delicacy for all three drivers. If the cars were in a different team, have at it, boys, you know, but here you can't be forceful. You can be aggressive, you can't be forceful, otherwise you're going to be in all sorts of trouble with three Chevrolets out of the top 3 places potentially.
If Menu and Muller could, if they butted up, they could probably do Huffy, or at least get one of them half. But Muller probably doesn't want to get Menu past him because he'll be gone, and then he's got Huff.
Again, so, it's the strategy, isn't it? This is a classic Monza slipstreamer. 3 cars in it for the win. Thiago Montero in the background in 4th place. And Gabrielli, forget it. It does a little, looks like something. Smells, and again Menu inside Huff into Ascari. Huff hangs on, and Huff, who had the fastest car in qualifying courtesy of slipstreaming, is finding himself 3rd here because he's doing what Menu did in qualifying. He's towing his teammates along. Menu's loosened that back bumper. That'll be flapping around. It'll take another kilometre an hour or so out of the top speed. Look, it's like an air brake there in the stream, and Muller is pulling out wide as Menu pushes Huff down the inside. Come on, come on, come on. I've got the Frenchman behind me. Get out of the way. And that is really going to, I mean, not massively slow down Rob Huff, but you don't have to be massively slow down here. It's snapped back out of the way now. The bumpers are fairly thin.
Well, so, I don't know, mate. That's going to cause him a
tiny bit of drag. This might be Menu going by for the lead of the race. It is. Alain Menu takes the lead, and Muller's launching to the inside. Huff's coming deep under braking to retake the lead as Menu did get his nose in front, and Muller down the inside. Come on, I let you through without contact the last time, and Menu said, yeah, but I was further ahead. I'm having that, thank you. But look at Montero. Look how close Montero comes out of the corner behind them as the three Chevrolet drivers get within a hair's breadth of a really, really nasty moment. They handled it superbly, and there Huff sheds a bit of back bumper. He still has the lead. Well, the stewards are going to look at an incident between Gabriele Tarquini and Christian Poulsen, but look at this.
That was well held.
That was well held. That was an Ivan Muller style slide there, well held indeed. Contact as the rear wheel was already up in the air under braking. That's how unbalanced the car was. Huff just hung on to that. They got away with that by the skin of their teeth. We've seen three Alfa Romeos taken out of a Monza race there before in World Touring cars, so it's not that it can't happen.
I'll be interested to hear listen to the radio traffic between the...
There'll be a lot more effing and jeffing going on now, I think, than there might have been at the start.
The thing we've got to look for is, has Huffy shed that bit of bumper, because that's going to slow him down.
Yeah, we saw it from the rear view. It was flying off down the order. Daryl O'Young back inside. Javi Villa, that's for 8th place. Villa just got by him a couple of laps ago, and he's gone back past the BMW. And again, Menu fans out. Menu is going to win this or go down trying. He really is giving it everything to beat Rob Huff. Don't forget, they are first and second in the championship. Ivan has won the championship. He's lying in 4th place behind Tarquini. That's likely, almost certain to change this weekend.
He's perfectly placed for a good tow here.
But Huff, look, painted to the white line on the right-hand side. He'll go right the way down that white line to the apex of the corner. Menu's got to be a full car length in front to take the lead here. He's not. He's got the overlap. He's got to shut the door on Muller now and not take off Huff's back end, and he does so. It's such a juggling act, and this is going to be the hardest thing for these guys all season. The cruise, it seems to us already, is the class of the field. One car always is in any racing championship in any season. Now, for the drivers, the difficulty is going to be winning the World Championship without having to punt your teammates out of the way.
This is actually high-stress racing.
God, not many. Eric Nev and Ray Malek and the rest of them, they'll be aging a decade a lap. Look, there's Rob's mum. That's almost Doctor Who behind the settee there, isn't it? Barely dares to look. Ooh, and again, that's Mehdi Banani with Nico Nukia. Oh, Nukia's going to get himself in all sorts of trouble. That's the second car he's punted under braking. Now, that's not deliberate. That's just the car not slowing down the way he thinks it's going to, I don't think. Look, he's not the sort of guy that regularly runs into the back of people, but he is slipping down the order. He's 12th now, battling to cling onto it. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, Thiago Montero, we're getting a great view of this. He's getting an even more ringside view. But again, 2 laps of clear air running, or a lap and a half of clear air running, and again, he's 2 seconds behind them. He was right behind. And Tarquini's one exploratory lap has told him nothing good. He's back out of the race and back into the pit lane.
Well, we're now going into the almost last lap, so this is the danger area on tyres as well. So
yeah, I tell you what, after Tarquini and Huff both punctured on the last lap in race 1 last year, you've got to hope that the Chevrolets have just got some margin for error. And, they will have known, even though they might not have been racing, these guys who are now side by side for third. Michelis has got a really good run on Thiago, and I think the BMW's got more tyre. He's got the line, he's got a tiny overlap. Thiago will have the grip. Muller goes out wide. He's looking for second from Menu, and is he going to get there? No, he's not. Menu doesn't take the lead from Huff, but Michelis up into 4th place. Well, perhaps a matter of time, and Coronel's right there as well. There's the Zengo team. They are very happy with that. Good move by their boy. Top Yokohama driver. Montero now 5th. Coronel right on his back bumper. This is the view from 3rd. Where's it going to come? Here comes Menu. Huff's in the middle of the road to the Ravazza, and look out, Alan. Here comes Ivan as well. Rob has to avoid looking in the mirrors at all costs. Absolutely can't be distracted, and that's Menu. And what happened there? We just caught the end of it. Maybe a wheel on the grass on the run between the Lesmos. And he had a look into the Lesmo. Okay, out of the Ravazza. Here comes Muller. Picks up the back of Menu into the barriers. And there's the disaster that you have got to try and avoid at all costs. Now there's not going to be much placating Alain Menu after that, I'm afraid. There's Rob Sisterfran. Come on, half a lap to go, but the view from Menu's car doesn't get any better from on board than it was from outside, Matt. A disaster, but look what that's done to the battle behind. It's not now to be off the podium and best of the rest. This is for third. Michelitz has got Montero behind him, and like Huff, he's going to be painted to the inside, around the outside of the Parabolica. Boy, you need some grip excess there, and Montero hasn't got it. Huff is going to win this. Menu is out, and Muller will be second. But Montero comes back on the inside. It's a drag race. Who's got the speed? Who's got the engine? Which will pick up to the line? Is going to be on the timing, and Coronel's trying to come up the middle as well. Huff and Muller, and give me a break timing screen. Who was third? Montero by 300ths of a second. Montero kept probably a layer of paint and maybe a bit of fiberglass in front. Rob Huff wins it, Muller in second, and Caroline Menu will be as disconsolate as her husband Alain. He does not get a point. Great race for third in the end, as it was, but oh dear.
Yeah, it's a big blow for Alain, not what he needs at all.
Well, and it may not play well, I'm afraid, for Alain Menu. Definitely won't. It may not play well either for Yvan Muller. The stewards will look at that and determine whether or not it was an avoidable accident where he...
Unfortunately, Muller got the overlap, and you can't close the door when there's somebody already in there.
Well, you know, look from Yvan's viewpoint. I thought maybe it was when he cut back, but in fact it wasn't. Alain was coming over on him, and in fairness to Yvan, he held the line and didn't flinch. And okay, I can't see Yvan deserving a penalty for that.
No, I can't, unfortunately, for Menu. It was a fair move. He got a better exit and had the overlap.
Yeah, I'm afraid that Alain just couldn't get the car back in front, and unfortunately that spells no points for him.